edict already burns for your world.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I've brought you the 2.0 version of the Whirling Slash Lich build. Besides that, at the end of the video, we'll take a look at whether farming the T4 Simulacrum is worth it. As I mentioned in the previous video, there's still a lot of work to be done on the build, but I think I've made a significant jump forward in terms of efficiency. I want to emphasize that this 2.0 version is an optimized iteration of an already well-functioning character build. The main focus has been on map clearing and simulacrum farming, but with some adjustments, it is also possible to fight the Arbiter, though that will require some unique items. Since citadels are quite hidden, the only option is to purchase the fragments. However, currently, the price of one fragment is approximately 2 divine orbs of each, and since we need 3 of them, I've decided not to spend too much on this. So, let's jump into the most important changes of the build. Before I dive in, I want to emphasize that my previous video is essential to fully understand this build, and this video, I don't want to confuse anyone. If you're interested in the upgraded version, please watch the previous one for better understanding. Okay, first of all, I no longer see the point in using the Spire of Ire Spear, since we can't really utilize much chaos damage anyway. For map clearing, the Sky Silver Spear is still a good choice due to its 30% increased attack speed. But if the goal is Simulacrum or Arbiter hunting, I use Seitha's Spear instead. The next change is in the body armor. It was suggested in the comment section, and I also came across the Gloamgown body armor elsewhere, which will be quite useful for us. I am no longer using Morior Invictus nor the Cast on Ignite skill, as I noticed that even though it triggers the spells socketed in almost instantly, they do not cause significant damage. As you can see, this armor grants us spirit, but more importantly, the default energy shield recharge rate is 1000%. If it's a corrupted item, it goes above 1200%. However, the start of the recharge is delayed by 8 to 10 seconds. And this is where one of the most important support gems comes into play. The energy barrier, which is located in the continuously used Whirling Slash skill. As you can see, it says that the recharge starts immediately and cannot be interrupted even if we take damage. This lasts for 2 seconds if we get stunned. Now, during a simulacrum, for example, monsters will continuously stun us, causing our body armor to recharge at 1200% instantly. This makes us nearly immortal. Another unique item I recently started using is Dodri's Tenure Gloves, which guarantee 100% increased spell damage or up to 120% if the item is corrupted. Before we go through the passive skill tree, I want to show again how the Snapshot, Incinerate and Whirlwind Slash work. In the previous video, I mentioned that we need a second weapon set containing an attuned wand and a Sunsplinter buckler. You can check these on the Maxroll planner. We select weapon set 2, then equip the unique helmet, gloves and amulet, which provide extra levels or extra damage to our main ability. After that, we stack Incinerate up to the maximum of 8. It's worth using a mana flask during the process. And once the ground starts burning, we use the cooldown Whirling Slash and then the second Whirling Slash that we actively use. Once the skill is active, we switch back to the energy shield gloves, helmet and amulet. As you can see, I keep pressing the button while moving forward. Regarding skills, we added another curse spell, Enfeeble, to the Blasphemy skill, which will consume an additional 60 spirits. So this skill now requires a total of 120 spirits. These two curses can only be applied simultaneously to enemies if we activate the Whispers of Doom passive point in the passive skill tree, which allows an additional curse. Withering Presence still consumes 30% spirit, but since my amulet provides 63 spirit in total, I also added the Precision Gem. Convalescence also consumes 30 spirits, but this skill is only activated in Weapon Set 2. Don't worry, it can still be used while Weapon Set 1 is active. The two Whirling Slash skills and the Incinerate remain the same as in the previous video, but you can check the support gems on Maxroll. Since I still have enough spirit, I'm also using the Wind Dancer skill. This was already upgraded in my Amazon character. It grants knockback when hit and provides extra evasion for the character. This is not necessary, but I'm using it because my previous setup grants me more spirit due to the cast on Ignite. This is how the passive skill tree looks. It's currently adjusted for mapping, Simulacrum settings. There are a few changes compared to the previous state, but most of it remains the same. I recommend checking the planner in the description. If we're aiming for the big fish, well, this character can handle it, but it requires a few adjustments. Instead of the normal energy shield focus, we'll need Apep's Supremacy focus to enhance energy shield regeneration. And because 20% of elemental damage will be converted into chaos damage. Due to the chaos inoculation, the character is immune to chaos damage, so chaos damage won't bother us. Additionally, it's worth using the Inferno class belt, which can increase the fire resistance cap by 5% and provides a substantial amount of fire resistance. If all my information is correct, the Arbiter deals only fire damage. Of course, due to Incinerate and the DPS snapshot, the weapon set 2 components are still necessary. The skill tree and gear adjustments for the Arbiter can be found on Maxroll. At the beginning of this video, you have seen the fight with Arbiter. Its damage only reduces the energy shield level, but the shield regeneration was incredibly fast and effective. The character is practically immortal. Of course, refunds and reallocations cost a lot of gold, so it's worth carefully considering what's truly important. Now, as I promised, I will look into the Simulacrum's profitability. I was curious about how worthwhile farming Simulacrum is, so I collected results from 15 runs in a separate quad tab. I only gathered unique items, tier 5 items, and, of course, all currency items, jewels, skill and support gems, as well as waystones and tablets. Here are the results after 15 runs. I was lucky enough to get 2 divine orbs, which dropped before reaching level 15. One Simulacrum key now costs approximately 118 exalted orbs, and one divine orb is 359. A quick math. From the 2 divines, I can buy 6 Simulacrum keys, so there are 9 which has to be covered by the profit. After converting everything, this is the final result. I have converted everything which worth converting into exalted orbs, and you can see the remaining currency, jewels, ultimatums and stuff that is worth selling or using. I got 918 exalted orbs, which is enough to buy 2.5 Simulacrum keys. This was the total profit, plus I'll sell the unique items, some of which turned out to be quite promising, like the Gloam Gown and the Crown of Victor, and of course these 2 Melting Maelstrom. Hopefully, the jewels can also be sold for a good profit. Here's a little gameplay for you. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope everyone is convinced that this is an extremely effective build. See you in the next one. Take care.